Scrap the amigurumi minions, cause little Johnny is into crypto now. And from the moment he pulled out his phone at Thanksgiving dinner to show you a bunch of glowy numbers and charts, you were thinking, what do I crochet for this kid now? Well, don't worry, I got you. We're gonna crochet this cool Bitcoin pillow. The technique I'm using is called tapestry crochet, a great gateway into crochet colorwork for beginners because you can use the crochet stitches you already know and don't have to manage a million little different color bobbins, and you can really create any design that you can fit into a grid, just like I did for my Bitcoin pillow. At its most basic, tapestry crochet is a piece made of single crochet, one where you've changed color at specific stitches while you worked along, using a chart to let you know when to change color. To create these grid charts, there's a few tools available. Most widely used is stitchfiddle.com, which is a great simple tool to create any crochet or knitting chart you can think of. Select Create New Chart, Crochet, and Crochet with Colors. From here, you can choose to go freehand, where you'll be able to click on individual squares to add color, or you can select From Picture, which lets you upload an image file, and then you can tweak the design that imports until it suits your needs. When I import a file, I usually have to lower the color count and size before I get a chart that I can crochet with. Another fabulous charting tool is built into Ribbler. If you haven't heard of Ribbler before, it's a pattern marketplace which I've discussed before in a video that you can find linked down below. You can also follow along with the Bitcoin pillow chart on Ribbler to experience some of their features. It works much the same way as Stitch Fiddle, but creates a chart that is interactive for whoever is reading the pattern. And I'll also have a link to the printable chart down below. So now that you've got your chart, let's quickly go over how to read it. In this and most tapestry crochet patterns, one square represents one stitch, and each row of squares horizontally represents one row of single crochet. Reading the odd-numbered rows is very easy because you'll read from right to left and crochet from right to left as well. In this zoomed-in example, you can see the first orange squares come in at stitch 31. So on row 7, you'll work 30 white squares, then switch to orange. It gets slightly trickier when it comes to even-numbered rows. Since we turn our work in crochet, on every even-numbered row, you're actually working on the reverse side of the project. So rather than having a second mirror image version of the graph, you can read the same graph for both right and wrong sides of the work, just read it from left to right while working the wrong side. So if you were starting row 8, you would work 25 white squares and then change to orange. So that covers when to change color, but how do we change color in tapestry crochet? The way that gives the cleanest result, where you control exactly where the color goes, is to complete the last single crochet of the previous color in the new color, thereby giving the next stitch the correct color little hat on top. Insert your hook into the stitch, yarn over, and pull up a loop. Then yarn over with the new color. Pull through 2 to complete the single crochet. Now if I just continued on in the new color, this would technically be called intarsia. I would need a new bobbin of yarn in the old color on the other side waiting for me, which is actually what I did for the big blocks of orange color and the little bits of white on the outer edge of the design. And I used tapestry crochet for the quicker color changes of the Bitcoin B in the middle. What makes tapestry crochet a little simpler is that we carry all the colors we need across the work, never breaking the yarn, meaning less ends to weave in. To do that, simply lay the working yarn of your old color across the top of the stitches. Then, as you work in the new color, the old strand gets buried under the stitches that you're working. It's really that easy. Then the old color is always available to switch back to, if your chart says so. With these tapestry crochet tips, you already have the knowledge required to follow my Bitcoin pillow chart. No written pattern required. Yarn and gauge info will be linked down below, but in this typical light worsted weight gauge with a 4.5mm hook, it makes a 15 by 15 inch pillow cover suitable for a 16-inch pillow insert. And if your gauge is different, it's still okay. You'll just wind up with a different size pillow. So I suggest waiting to buy the pillow insert until you've crocheted your piece and know what the final measurement will be. Whatever it is, grab a pillow insert that's 1 to 2 inches wider than your pillow cover. Now when it comes to the back of your pillow, you can absolutely make 2 copies of the charted pattern. Seam them together, stuff with a pillow insert before seaming the final side. I was feeling a little lazy, however, and I crocheted a plain back panel in double crochet, which totally worked too. If you do crochet a plain back panel, just make sure it's the same size as your tapestry crochet panel. I hope you liked this little intro into tapestry crochet and crochet color work, and I hope you and your crypto-obsessed loved one love my Bitcoin pillow idea. I personally think it's pretty cool that we can make these color charts and print our designs out in yarn with our bare hands. It's kind of neat when you think of it that way. Let me know if you make this or any other designs using my tips, and tag me on social media because I'd love to see them. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!